Hello everyone, it's time for Jello Tester. Today's recipe comes to us courtesy of the Old Recipes subreddit, where I found a treasure trove of Jello recipes by searching the search term Jello. I'm not sure what this book is, but the top of the page says Jello recipes for the children. Based on the typeface, it feels early 20th century. The one we're going to be making today is called Glorified Rice. It's a bit of a rice pudding vibe. This is not a kind of Jello that I grew up with in Wisconsin. I did do a little bit of research and it said it was popular with Lutherans. My family is Lutheran. Maybe it's a Minnesota thing. I don't know. Duck, duck, gray duck. Who knows? I'm excited to try it. Dissolve a package of lemon Jello in half a pint of boiling water. Add 1/2 pint. I'll just say this here. Half a pint is a cup. Just say a cup. Add 1/2 pint of canned pineapple juice or any fruit juice. I did have pineapple juice in the sense that I had some canned pineapple rings. So I poured the juice out of the rings, stuck the rings in the fridge. I'll use those for something else someday. It came to about 3/4 of a cup, so I topped up the rest with soursop juice, which I had in my fridge for some reason, also known as guanabana, soursop. One time I had a very nice guanabana juice at the Palacio de Jugos, the Palace of Juice in Miami. It was great. When a cold liquid, whip to the consistency of heavy whipped cream. Have 2 cups of cold boiled rice cooked dry. Fold the rice into the whipped Jello, add 1 cup whipped cream, 4 tablespoons sugar and salt to taste, set in a cold place to harden. Whipping up the Jello, folding in some rice that I already have cooked, then putting in some whipped cream, and then we have some sort of Jello rice pudding amalgam. This is the lemon Jello pineapple / soursop juice mixture. This is some heavy cream, a cup of heavy cream. I actually just put 2 tablespoons of sugar in because 4 felt like a lot, but I did put a little salt in. Here I have cooked rice, instant rice, which I don't normally buy, but I got this for this recipe, and yesterday we happened to have Rogan Josh chicken for dinner. We had it with the Rogan Josh chicken, and you know what? It was fine. I think it's about 2 cups. The first step then in this part of the recipe is to whip this cool but not set Jello, I stuck it in the freezer for like half an hour, to the consistency of heavy whipped cream. Here we go. Okay, this is the whipped gelatin juice mixture. It's very frothy. I've actually never done this before where you cool the Jello down and whip it, and it was very fun. Remember like several months ago when everyone was making that coffee where you whipped it? It was like foamy. That's what this texture reminds me of. It's not quite whipped cream texture, but it stays on a finger. It is tasty. Next step is getting this rice in here. It's about 1 cup. So we'll fold this in. There's so much air. It's crazy. I don't know. I feel like there's room for all this rice. What am I gonna do with this leftover rice? Okay, you're joining your friends. The foaminess is truly inspirational and beautiful. We'll fold in this whipped cream. Ooh! I put the salt in, so it's a little salty, and it's like kind of good. So this is meant to be folded. I'll try to keep as much of the air in here as I can. You're supposed to like cut and then flop and then turn and then cut and then flop, and I'm just like, why don't I just stir it? But the reason you fold is to keep the air in. Could I just whip it again with my mixer? I don't know. This looks good. I'm not actually sure if it's supposed to get hard enough to go in a mold, but we will find out. Do you like my new tablecloth? It is actually just some oilcloth that I ordered from fabric.com. Oh, I made so much of this, y'all. There's so much. I should have had this. I see that now, but it's fine. Here's what it looks like in the mold. And that's it. We're gonna pop it in the fridge, let it set up, and we'll come back later and give it a try. Hello, it's time to try the glorified rice. Ooh, this is so bright. Here it is. Can you see the rice? Ooh. It's very cold and very white. I also have here a bowl of hot water, a plate with Violet on it. There's Violet. To turn it over, and then also this is the extra glorified rice. There's so much of it. I have so much glorified rice. But what we're gonna do now is warm this up and tip it out. All right, flip test number 1. I heard it. Oh my God, it's foaming. Can you see the bubbles? It's foaming, oh God. You ready? Look at the rice. It's so glorified. I was not sure where the rice would end up. It appears it ended up in the bottom. Are you ready for some glorified rice? It smells pineapple-y. It has no jiggle at all. No jiggle. I can just sort of, wait, oh God, this is disgusting. This is definitely a weird part of YouTube that I don't wanna. Let's take a bite. Oh, the inside is so whip creamy, foamy. The taste is lovely. It's pineapple forward and it's lemon on the back end. Unfortunately, the rice is doing nothing. You know when you eat rice pudding, it like incorporates into the pudding and it's like one mass? This has not really happened here, and maybe it's because I used instant rice to be lazy. It's just sort of like in there. It's pretty well distributed throughout. So it did get suspended. Somehow it tastes like it dried out more. How's that possible? It tastes good, but the texture is, it's not even like the texture is bad, it's just confusing. Like, what is the rice even doing? Being glorified, I guess. And I ate the rice. I ate the rice with my Rogan Josh the other night and it was fine. It wasn't like great, it's instant rice, but it was fine. Flavor combo of lemon Jello and pineapple, good. Inclusion of rice, confusing. Texture of rice, bad. Like, I almost want to try it again with like nice sushi rice or something. I will not. Almost. I feel like when you glorify something, you're like bringing out all of its best traits or highlighting its best traits. And this is really doing nothing for the rice, and it's doing nothing for the Jello. This is one of those recipes that actually makes all of the elements like worse somehow. I don't recommend it. Even if you like rice pudding, that's what I was hoping for. Yeah, bad. Don't do it, bad.